Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This place is roaring and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Simon. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To the air, it's Owens. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, you love to see this offensively. On the first drive of the game, your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
And the Longhorns will have it first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Winston. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Quickly to the tight end. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the field.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Dropping back, it's Owens. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Going for a big play right off the bat. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Longhorns have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Makes the catch. It's Ezukama. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive. And offenses
picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Only in the house. Touchdown, Michigan. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to pass, it's Owens. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Simon. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this one.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third, trying to beat the D deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the up.
Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. And another broken tackle. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Running into the open space. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Sends it back in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Fights off a defender. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's Simon. Turning it on! They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Both teams made no secret. They wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Owens. Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. Trying to take it back.
All the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back.
Touchdown, Texas! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Michigan State is going all in. That offense has more options than they've had in East Lansing in some time. They're up 14 over Western Michigan. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. At the 35, he's loose. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
I love it. I love it. First down, let's be aggressive, let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the tight end. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? The Wolverines send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Watch what they did running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Back to throw, it's Owens. Nice grab in traffic. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming.
And they'll fake it again. Breaks into the open. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the first down.
Well, fake punts don't get called very often. When they do, you've got to go execute. Great job, guys.
And the Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Pulls it in. It's small. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to pass. It's Owens. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not interceptions. Come on now, we got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen one down.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking left. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more with that trip to the house.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the wide receiver. It's a reverse. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the... Oh, he's got some space. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass, this keeps every...
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
He'll toss it. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off play action. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The give on the inside. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Dropping back, it's Owens. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Longhorns! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The offense changing the play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given them a great opportunity.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games, and that guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Looking downfield, it's Owens. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Small. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, you got to like these last two plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
To the air on second down. He's going to fire deep. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jess. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Wide open, he makes the catch. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 24 over Western Michigan. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Not a big window, and that throw was money. They've got it at the 30.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
He rifles one deep down the middle. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Just keeps slinging it. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws toward the end zone. He's got it all right. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
21.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Texas offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
There he goes. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. To the air, it's Owens. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Fires to the big fella. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
That one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. But they're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away.
Well, they thought they had the look they wanted for a fake punt there, but the defense was just way too alert. Give them credit for getting the stop.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Dropping back, it's Owens. With the catch, it's Small. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side. And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Takes it from the gun on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. The Longhorns come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. They'll run for it. Runs through the tackle. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. How about this defense slamming the door shut with a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.